Well, finally there was green on the screen today. Hi everyone, I'm Avanne Dubash, wrapping up today's market action for you. Do remember you can share, like and comment on this video. Well, finally we put the brakes to that 8-day losing streak, and it was again on the frontline index as we look to surpass the 10,750 mark. We did so, but just shy by 10 points of that level. So it was a smart gain of 140 points nearly. You had the broader end of the market as well, which really participated in today's move. And the Sensex was up 420 points to shut shop at 35,771. And today, it was a convincing rally. There was a very healthy market breadth that was skewed in favor of the gaining side, and you had sectors across the board gaining traction. Be it metals, commodities, energy, infrastructure, IT, banks, clearly all of your sectors were firmly in the green. Let's pull up the top Nifty contributors because there was a whole host of stocks that reacted on the upside. You had Indiabulls Housing, by the way, which took the top spot today, nearly 6% on that stock. Vedanta and Tata Steel had a terrific run and along with JSW Steel really propelled the overall metals index. Other than that, Adani Ports was in the green, Hindalco, by the way, another metals name. You had NTPC, ONGC, and you saw that late rally kicking into the likes of BPCL, HPCL and IOC, largely on account of the way the crude oil prices moved. IT was in firm fettle today. Wipro as well as Tech Mahindra had a good run. Infosys firmly in the green. Yes Bank as well saw a smart recovery. Meantime, on the downside, a handful of stocks that were at the losing end. It was Z Entertainment that lost steam, ended at a level of 444. You had Hero MotoCorp in reverse gear. Dr. Reddy's had a rough run today, so ended quiet with a negative bias, down by about 1/3%, while the likes of HUL and ITC kept FMCG one of the sectors that didn't really gain as much as the others. A whole host of stocks that were in news today. Reliance Industries being one of them. In fact, it was in focus as we understand, according to reports, that Aramco is eyeing investments in Reliance Industries as well as in other oil companies, or rather other Indian companies, pardon me. They're betting on India's mega refining project, and that's going to be big good news for Reliance Industries if it does come about. But on the other hand, or quite the contrary, you'd have to say, the ADAG stocks suffered in trade today. The likes of Reliance Communications, Reliance Power, Infrastructure, Naval, etc. As the Supreme Court came out with an order, they have held Anil Ambani guilty of contempt of court. This is pertaining to the Ericsson case where they've asked Anil Ambani to cough up a sum of 550 crore rupees as penalty, and that too within a time frame strictly of the next 4 weeks. Meantime, Cummins, there was an exclusive interaction with the management. In fact, I went across to their the largest technology facility, which was in Pune, connected with Sandeep Sinha as well as Mr. Tom. They were very bullish about the prospects of the company. They said that the company is investing heavily in electrification and fuel cell. They're making diesel engines efficient. That's going to be the key focus. The domestic business is going to continue to thrive and grow. Exports may see a bit of a blip due to Middle Eastern and Africa regions. But by and large, they're very upbeat on the prospects. You did see a good intraday rally, and the stock managed to sustain quite smartly in the green. That's Cummins India. Meantime, real estate was in focus today. The GST meet has now been pushed to the 24th. It's been postponed, so we'll have to see what exactly emerges from the same. But it's going to make housing a lot more affordable. There's going to be a cut in the overall GST rate, which is news. Remember that ET now has been getting you exclusively for quite some time. Meantime, Aarti Industries, they have collaborated with Global Chemical. That stock was in news today and in focus. You had a lot of the PSBs as well that were active. Allahabad Bank Corporation, Dena Bank, as well as the government is going to infuse capital into 12 PSU banks. This is going to be to the tune of 47,000 crore rupees totally into these banks. And this will definitely come in as a major lifeline. Today, you had NASSCOM, and it broke the tradition of giving out guidance and in fact for the industry. And in fact, they showed that the industry is a little bit mixed about their views going forward as to what exactly is in store for IT. Meantime, Yes Bank was very active. one of the smart gainers in trade today. They have categorically come out and said that the RBI has mandated only the divergence part being made public and that the bank has not made any undue benefits. And Moody's as well affirmed the Yes Bank's rating. They changed their outlook to stable, which is why you saw the stock beef up by the time we closed. Meantime, Indian Hotels was in focus today. They plan to sell off their non-core assets. They plan to simplify their holdings. They're targeting a 25% EBITDA margin by 2022-23. They aim to be a completely profitable hospitality company by 2022. And not just that, today Motilal Oswal came out with their report. They maintain a buy on Indian Hotels with the target price at 189, saying that the cost measures are going to be supportive of the margins. Meantime, SL Propack was another stock that got quite a breather in trade today. They said yesterday, post-market hours, that they've got nearly 40 crore rupees in inter-corporate depository payments and they're going to garner more. It was a Suboxone boost for Dr. Reddy's. US Chief Justice cleared the way for the drug launch. Analysts estimate a 10% profit by FY20 on the back of this, but the stock went home in the red. Meantime, from the broader end of the market, there were a whole host of stocks that really rallied hard and fast. Indocount rather being one of them. It was a very smart double-digit move that you saw. Minda Industries was firmly in the green. PTC had a terrific run. You had Adani Power, Birla Soft, HCL Info, by the way, was in the green. NCL India, something like NLC India, pardon me, something like Suprajit Engineering, VIP Industries, Blue Star, all of those stocks were very active in trade today. On the downside, Page Industries continued to lose steam, so that stock shaved off again, nearly 4.5%. IL&FS Transport in the red, Endurance Tech, Imami with all the news flow that's going around, Jubilant Food, Excel Crop, as well as Nalco, Hydrocare, Naveen Fluorine, and even something like the Bilcon was in the red today. Well, we definitely heaved a sigh of relief for the equity markets after seeing a prolonged slowdown. So hopefully we can see this sort of a move continue. But for now, it's anyone's guess given the kind of acute volatility we've been